Okay, well, the next song. I like it. Good luck. Someone gave me these.
Это Ланина.
That's the real. The next song, I believe that wherever I play in the world, I'm not gonna change the things I say or the things that I do, and so be it. Whatever happens, happens. But the next song I wrote, I guess, because I spent a lot of my childhood and my teenage years feeling as though the love that I had inside me was a sin. The love that I had inside me was a problem to be dealt with. Luckily, I grew up in a country where they changed as I grew up, but and they didn't go backwards on their promises of civil rights and freedom of speech and expression, and of love. So I would never have been able to write this song if I had grown up here in St. Petersburg, or if I had, it would have been a punk song. It would have been done with a balaclava in a church. But instead, I was able to write it as a pop song. And it's a song about opening up, finally, your love, your true love for the world, and and most importantly, the love that you show yourself before you show others, which I think is the most important love you can give, is to yourself before you can start to love anything else in the world. And that can't happen without an education, without being able to be free with your speech about who you really are. So the next song is called Overture, and it's I guess it's about, in a way, coming out in a way, but it's about asking people it's time to show, whether you're straight or gay or transgendered or whatever you might be, it's your right to show your love to yourself and then to others, as long as they're consenting. It's all good. This one is called Overture. And this is a promise I made with myself as a teenager, that I would write a song back to myself back then. Because I had a thing, sorry, I'm going to talk a bit tonight. And sorry if you don't understand English, but...
We understand, why not?
We had a law when I was growing up in school called Section 28, which the government put in, which is the same as your law right now against propaganda for homosexuality. Sorry. I'm showing you my psychic eye needs to pop out now. Hang on, 1 second. This was a law about, so if when I was being beaten up at school and it said, you faggot, you queer, and punching me in the classroom. Sorry, I don't normally do this, but, if they were doing that, then the teachers couldn't say this is wrong. If they saw somebody being beaten up, they couldn't do anything because of this law which said, if you hear the word gay or queer or faggot in school, you can't do anything because legally that's promotion if you stand up for this person. So, people can fine me for this, but I don't care. Like, this is really important that I grew up with the same law in school, and this is where I ended up writing this song. That's why I had such problems in school. When I left school, they changed the law. Section 28 was abolished, as I'm sure your law one day will be, very soon, because I have a lot of faith in Russia, and I think you're wonderful people, and you outweigh the government, by any means, all the time. So I'm not making any sense, but Section 28 reminded me, and why I'm so outspoken about your propaganda law is because I know how it feels to grow up in a way with that suppression of who you really are, and without having the support to be who you are from your older people. Anyway, that's why I wrote the song. It was originally a fuck you Section 28 law to Margaret Thatcher, to be honest. And now it's for you. It's we're gonna sound shit now, but. Wonderful what a smile can hide, if the teeth shine bright and it's nice and wide. Magical all you can keep inside, and if you bury it deep, no one can find a thing more. Come on now, open wide, open up now. Don't you think it's time to look back at that boy on his way to school? Such a heavy heart, such a heavy jewel, something that day he'll sell, but now no one asks, no one tells if you know. Come on now, open wide, open up now. Don't you think it's time? Now after all these years you are lost, opening. But is it worth all that war just to win? And so caught up in the speed and the weight of your sin, don't forget how your story begins. Don't forget now. All your lovers and enemies turning their keys so full of greed, trying to seize a jewelry key. What makes it shine, what makes it mine? Well, I don't care. Come on now, open wide, open up now. Don't you think it's time? Now after all your tears, you are lost, opening. But was it worth all that war? All that war just to win? And so caught up in the speed and the weight of your sin, don't forget, don't forget how your story begins. Don't forget now. Before the speed, weight of their sin, come on, take me back to where it begins. Before the speed, weight of your sin, open wide. That's love in now. Let my love in. Let our love in now. Let my love in. Looking back at that boy on his way to school, such a heavy heart, such a heavy jewel, hiding something that one day he'll find. But now no one asks, no one tells, no one can find a thing. Oh, there's so much love for what you'll find.